This video is sponsored by the Chosen Prime. Link in the description down below. I know, 2 videos in 1 week. Huh. I must be crazy. What's going on, everybody? S.L.B coming at you with another video. Yes, I'm doing another video this week, right? Holy shit. I hope you all enjoyed my TFCon video. I think I did it right this time. I think it's up there. Like I said in that video, I missed the third-party panel. But before we get into that, I am itching ever so close to 200 subscribers. Yay. So if I get to 200 subscribers, I gotta think of something special to do for that video. For the 189 people that are already subscribed, thank you. Seriously, I have no idea what I'm gonna do when I hit 200 subscribers. Anyways, that being out of the way, like I was saying, I missed the third-party panel, so what am I gonna do? Well, I just hopped on the internet and looked at the photos from the panel. Duh. And I was thinking to myself while I was looking at these slides, wouldn't it really just fun to do a video about my thoughts on the third-party panel? So here it is. S.L.B presents my thoughts on the third-party panel, or something more clever than that. I don't know. Let's just get onto the slides. So I'm gonna take my handy-dandy iPad here. I've already got TFW 2005 third-party panel right there. So let's take a look. And the first thing we have is Iacon Labs. This is a new company. They're a 3D printing company, if I believe. I know they were there. I didn't get a chance to sit there and talk to anybody from them. First thing we have here is a 3D printed sword for Studio Series Grimlock. Looks really cool. Love the color on them. Not sure if it's gonna have light up features or anything like that. Just looks like a, just your basic Hasbro sword, but you get 2 different blades. It looks like you get a just completely solid red, and you get a second one with a little bit of detail in there, which looks really cool. Digging that. Also, what they're doing is a crown for Studio Series Grimlock, which looks really good. I really like that color. It's got a nice finish to it. And it doesn't look completely flat, if that makes any sense. It's got a little bit of rough texture to it to kind of give it like a gold kind of feel to it. That color looks really good. And also they're doing a 3D printed throne for Grimlock here. And this looks really cool. I love the detail all throughout it. A lot of nice detail in it. Looks really good. Looks really solid too. Like the armrest and the seat itself could be hollow just to save on money. But other than that, it looks really good. I like that. And you know what else I'm liking about it? His face. You have Grimlock's face with the crown at the backrest of the chair, which looks kind of funny in my opinion. But it's a nice little, kind of like stamp, like this is Grimlock's throne. And it also looks like you can put the 3D printed swords on the back, which kind of give it like a Game of Thrones kind of feel, which I kind of dig. And here you have a picture of Studio Series Grimlock with crown, also some new shoulder pads, which I'll get into in a second. Just sitting in the chair, looks really good. And fuck Wheelie, fuck that guy. And speaking of the shoulder pads, here we have some gold painted shoulder pads, which kind of look like the upper part of the Sharkticons, which looks really interesting. And I love the green eyes with the gold paint. That just kind of really gives it like a regal feel. Also at TFCon, they showed pictures of Iron Factory. I don't collect legend scale figures. I know some people do, but you got some pictures here for you if you like them. Let's take a quick look. Looks like we got Alpha Trion, some G2 Seeker and a Conehead, Beachcomber. I kind of like that Beachcomber. Looks really cool. Sea Spray, very stylized. Not my forte. Looks like we got Huffer. That looks really good. I really like that Huffer. And Pipes, of course. If you do a Huffer, you have to do a Pipes. And here we get into some Samurai stuff. I'm having a massive brain fart on who this character is, and I apologize. Oh, that's kind of cool. Griffin kind of beast mode and looks like a Black Prime. That looks kind of cool. And it looks like we get Drift from the movies in a samurai motif. Meh. Looks like Ironhide in a samurai motif, which is kind of, not gonna lie, that's kind of cool looking. Ratchet in the samurai motif. I'm digging that. Even though I don't collect legend scale figures, I can still appreciate a good toy, a good figure. And this is a good example of, I'm not gonna get this, but this looks really cool. I like the stylized design of the samurai mixed with the G1 character. Oh, that Grimlock. Holy shit. That looks phenomenal. Wow. And here we have a final picture of all of them all lined up together to give you an idea of scale and everything. And here's a really interesting thing from the TFCon panel. We have Robot Hero, sorry. Robot Hero. And I wasn't really sure what to make of Robot Hero, but then I kind of went to the first slide. I'm like, that looks very familiar. Where have I seen that before? And then I go to the next picture. Wait, those are Mausers. So it looks like Robot Hero is doing a third-party Mauser for your NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, as well as a surfboard from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 80s cartoon, which is really cool. I kind of dig that. It's kind of cool seeing a third-party company do something other than Transformers. And it looks like in the Mauser, in the legs, you have some die-cast metal, same thing with the toes. But it looks really good. I like that shine. Ooh, that looks really good. I might cancel my Super 7 ones and pick these up. Depending on how many are in there, I don't know. All right, let's get into the meat and potatoes here. Let's talk about Fans Hobby. And first thing we have is MB13A, which is a second version of Go Shooter. They're calling Ace Hitter. But this is the American version of that character. This is Siren. It's more of a gray plastic. If I would have known they were doing this, I would have not have the one I have in my stash at the Chosen Prime. But then we get into MB18 from Fans Hobby. This is Transformers Energon Optimus Prime, all connected with all of the extra limbs, and this thing looks pretty good. The legs look really skinny. The proportions kind of look off to me. The arms are super chunky and thick, and he's got these really skinny legs. This is just, you know, as the picture shows, it's just molds production in progress, so they may change things up. I don't know. Here we have another picture of him, and it looks like the drill tip can open up to reveal a fist, which is really cool, but it does look really good. I'm quite happy that Fans Hobby is taking on different iterations of Transformers, not just G1. They've done their Armada Prime, they're doing Armada Megatron, they're now doing Energon, which is cool because some people love those series. Speaking of taking on something besides G1, we have a G1 double dealer here from Fans Hobby MB19, and this thing, I cannot be more excited for this. I think this thing's going to look great. I think it's going to be a nice addition to your Masterpiece collection. He looks good, even though these are just resin prototypes. I think he looks great. Can't wait to see the finished product. And now we have a tease from Fans Hobby. This is MB20. Like I said, they already did Armada Prime. And the tease is the red wire frame right here. That's going to be Armada Overload, which I think is fantastic. He looks good in scale because he have the core robot from MB15 next to him, and Overload was bigger than the core itself. And then we move on to the next picture, and there he is. You can tell that he can combine with Armada Prime, and that is awesome, especially if you love Transformers Armada. This was a big deal with the toys, and it looked fucking awesome. So I cannot wait to see that. And then we have MB21, and this, I wasn't there at TFCon. I can only assume the place went absolutely nuts when this picture came up, because MB21 is going to be Armada Tidal Wave. And I know fans have been clamoring for a third-party Tidal Wave. And here you go, people. This is going to be freaking nuts. But now let's move on to Fans Toys. Now, every year, Fans Toys gives us some big surprise. And this whole section of Fans Toys is just one big surprise after another, after another, after another. So the first surprise, which is something I'm surprised they actually going to do, I think I mentioned this in my Brawn video, but they're doing Outback, which is cool for two reasons. You already have part of the mold with Brawn, so now we have the same vehicle, and let's just make an Outback. That's simple. But here's the kicker. They kind of made it look a little different in robot mode, which I think is fan-fucking-tastic. You've got the pointed feet, you've got different hip skirts, you got kind of a different section in the head, which I think is great, and he's got a different weapon, of course, and I think this looks fantastic. I can't wait to pick this up. In the vehicle mode, again, it looks like Brawn, but it's gonna have a different paint. It's gonna have the Outback paint scheme, you know, tan, beige, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and the fact that that giant fucking cannon can go on top is awesome. And I just think overall, this figure is going to be awesome. I love Fans Toys Brawn. I know some people like, Bad Cube's Brawny, because he's like shorter and beefier, but no, where is he? He's right there. I love that figure. I think that figure looks awesome. And I think this will be a nice addition to my Masterpiece Minibots. Speaking of mini bots, here we have Fans Toys FT54 Power Glide. DX9 did Rictofan years ago, and that has been everybody's MP scale Power Glide. Now we have a contender. At first, I was kind of thrown off by the feet. I didn't like the way they looked, but I'm kind of warming up to them the more and more I look at the picture. I have to see a final product shot. I think the majority of him looks really good. The plane mode, I'm not too sure on, only because I think it looks more like a drone than what he was supposed to look like in the cartoon. But that's just my opinion. And that robot mode, I don't have DX9 Rictofan, so I really don't know. I can't gauge the scale, but I think Fans Toys version is gonna be a little bit shorter. It's maybe gonna be, I don't know, Beachcomber and Bronze size. And I think DX9's was a little bit taller, but for the mini bots, tits, man. Oh boy, FT61, Scourge and the Sweeps. I dumbfounded, I just mouth open up when I saw this picture. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Did Galvatron, did Cyclonus, this was bound to happen eventually. Who knows when we'll get this, but this is just a 3D render, so it's not final, any part of the imagination, but this thing looks awesome. I can't wait. The X-Transbots did a Scourge, and that was against people's, MP scaled Scourge, but now Fans Toys is gonna come out with one, and maybe he'll be hang on. Need to verify something really quickly. Let's check the Holy Bible. Aha! I got my answer. Target Master. So we'll get a Target Master with Fans Toy Scourge, which I'm gonna love every bit of it. Now, who knows if they'll differentiate between an actual Scourge and the Sweeps, or these will all just be Sweeps. Hopefully they'll do like a little tweak and modification to make it look a little different so you can have your Scourge and your Sweeps. But that vehicle mode, oh my god, it looks so slick, so clean. There was a flight stand that Fans Toys put out. It was compatible with Cyclonus, RC, and Blur. And who knows if Scourge will come with a flight stand or if that stand that Fans Toys released will be compatible with this. It's just a model. I can't get too excited, but I am excited for that. Oh boy. Like, my entire collection is going to be Fans Toys. I missed out on Make Toys Chrome Dome. Cupola. I did. I hashtag late to the third party. And now Fans Toys, they did Weird Wolf, they did Mind Wipe, they're coming out with Skull Cruncher, so now they just have to move on to the Autobot. So here we have Fans Toys Chrome Dome. Oh my god, it's gonna be expensive. All these figures are gonna be super expensive. He's probably gonna be just as expensive as everybody else, but the render looks fantastic. It's a good tease. The vehicle mode looks great, looks true to the G1. I can't wait. I'm excited. The profile, everything about him looks great. The stance, that A stance, looks money. He doesn't look like he's going to have a lot of backpack kibble, which is great. And the Headmaster, oh, I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. Again, you're like, bring it down a notch because these are just rendered pictures. These aren't final products. All right, let's move on out of Fans Toys because that was a lot. I'm almost full. I may be able to eat a couple more bites. So Planet X is known for doing the War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron video game third-party figures. They've done a lot. I've heard a lot of good things about them, very few bad things about them. The majority of them, everybody has good positive reviews for them. So Planet X is going to release an IDW Grimlock. I saw it at the convention. I don't remember if I got a picture or not, but they're going to release an IDW style Grimlock. He looks freaking huge. Then they teased this picture. They're going to do an IDW Sludge, which means that Planet X is going to do an IDW style Dinobot. Sludge, Swoop, Snarl, Slag. Yes, I'm calling him Slag. I'm sorry, people in Britain, in England, but he's Slag. I don't care. We have a silhouette of what they're calling PXC05 Proteus, and it's going to be a sludge. Wow, massive brain fart. And if he looks anything like the IDW Grimlock they have, this thing is going to be detailed to the nines. He's going to look fantastic. This looks like he just dropped right out of the comic book. So now we can move on to Mastermind Creations. Come on, Autobot tapes. Come on, Autobot tapes. Come on, Autobot tapes. Saw Steeljaw in person. Oh my god, that thing looks fucking awesome. Give me more. Nope, they're re-releasing their Skylinks. I think this thing is going to have, again, I wasn't at the third-party panel, so I don't know why they're re-releasing this. Maybe because reasons? I don't know. I may pick this up because I don't have a MP scaled Skylynx. But then again, do I really need an MP scaled Skylynx? I mean, for an MP scaled Skylynx, he's going to have to be fucking huge. But do I need a third-party representation of Skylynx? You know, I have the Hasbro one, and the Hasbro one's fucking awesome. I love that thing. Who knows? So I think it was last year that Mastermind Creations said, hey, we're going to give you Rung. And everybody lost their shit. It's an IDW Rung. Excuse me one second. Someone's being whiny. Okay, now where was I? Oh yeah, fried chicken. No, I wasn't talking about fried chicken. Rung, that's right. I was talking about Rung. It was announced that one of the TFCon exclusives for this year was going to be Rung, which is weird because they announced it last year. There's nothing special about this. It's just an early release. So that kind of, I don't know, pissed some people off. I don't fucking know. I didn't get this. I don't have an IDW shelf. I don't need an IDW shelf. I don't need an IDW shelf. I don't need an IDW shelf. Don't need it. But here we have Rung from Mastermind Creations. He looks good. A lot of different faces. He comes with a little scooter which can be put on his back, and so on and so forth. Speaking of IDW, Mastermind Creations released their IDW Prime, which a lot of people love because it was so posable. It was crazy posable. Like, you can get all kinds of different positions out of him and everything like that. And now they're releasing a black version. You can call him Nemesis Prime, whatever you want to call him. Here he is, and holy shit, this is going to have a lot of people happy, especially all you people that love black versions of things. That wasn't meant to sound racist. He comes with a sword, which looks very evil. It's the only way I can describe it. Is just pure evil. And he also comes with a cape or cloak, because robots need that thing. I don't know. I guess robots need cloaks and capes. Sure, why not? So that was reformatted, so let's move on to Ocular Max Perfection Series. You know, I'm excited for this. Oh my god, so happy. Pack for Life was showing off First Aid. Didn't transform him, just had the robot mode and the limb mode, and here we have pictures of him, and he looks fantastic. I'm sorry. Talk to me when Hotspot comes out. But yes, I'm all in on anything Protectabot. This thing looks fucking-tastic. He looks very G1, which I love. I think he looks great. Not quite sure how I feel about the limbs being integrated into the figure, but there's only one way to find out. Yes, I pre-ordered that shit at the Chosen Prime. Here we have the limb mode, which looks awesome. The hand can be flayed out, all kinds of awesome, giving the peace sign. I just want this in my life. The one gripe I have: the legs for robot mode are going to be the elbows. I think we're beyond that on a collector level. Zeta Toy World kind of spoiled us because they didn't use the robot mode legs for the elbows. They integrated a completely different joint. TFC did that too, now that I'm remembering. But anyways, regardless, I think my Perfection Series Ocular Max Protectabots are going to be the individual robot modes. Again, I'm sorry. Just no pleasing anybody. We're moving on to Blades. This looks almost finished. Like, that doesn't look like a render. That looks like an actual physical thing. Goosebumps. Goosebumps. And here we have Hotspot, who looks fantastic. Vehicle mode, robot mode, base mode. Yay. Streetwise looks awesome. I have yet to open up X-Transbot Streetwise. Why am I slacking on that? Sorry. And their Groove, which, it's Groove. I mean, he's a motorcycle that turns into a robot. It's gonna look weird. Yeah, I said it. And then we have Combined Mode Defensor, which, gimme. I want it now. Look at that thing. That thing looks freaking amazing. And that is a great way to end. So that was pretty much it for the third-party panel. Let's give you some final thoughts on what I'm excited for. Fans Toys, MMC Protectabots, yay. Gimme, 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 gimme. The Iacon Labs stuff, it's 3D printed. If you're into displaying in like dioramas, anything like that, I would recommend you pick that up. Legend scale figures, not my thing. If it's yours, go ahead, be my guest. Iron Factory, all of you. The samurai stuff look cool, not gonna lie. Am I missing anything? Hold on. I have to go back now because I forgot what was shown. The Fans Hobby, Overload, Tidal Wave, Energon Prime. If that's your bag, be my guest, grab them. Like I said earlier, it's cool that they're kind of stepping outside the boundaries of G1 and going to different iterations of Transformers franchise. I think that's cool. Good on them. Am I missing anything? I don't think I'm missing anything. Oh, the Planet X Sludge, don't need an IDW shelf. I don't need an IDW shelf. I don't need an IDW shelf. I keep telling myself that because I'm really limited on space. There was some things in the third-party panel that I just didn't feel like talking about, like Bingo Toys, not my thing. It's figures based off of the Bumblebee live-action movie. Not for me. So I think, let's see, Iron Factory I talked about, Fans Hobby, Fans Toys, Zeta, Legend Scale Aerial Bots, go ahead, be my guest. Yeah, I think that was pretty much it. Just one more final look through here. I feel like I'm forgetting. Oh, the Robot Hero, the third-party stuff for NECA. Fuck yeah, awesome. I'm like, seriously, I'm all for that, man. That stuff looked really cool. Got my NECA Goliath coming in soon. Yay. So I think that'll pretty much do it for this video. Speaking of catching up on TV shows that you're behind on, I'd like to thank the sponsors for this video, The Chosen Prime. You can shop thousands of figures such as Transformers, G.I. Joe, Marvel Legends. You can earn points on every purchase, anything over $150 in your stash. It is free shipping. I would check the Chosen Prime website for pre-orders for everything that was shown in the third-party panel. I highly recommend it. Links to their website as well as their social media will be in the description down below. I'd also like to thank another sponsor of the video, HiddenToys.net. Use the promo code in the description down below to get 15% off your next purchase. You can purchase art from people like Candace Santoro, friend of the channel, Mike Kincaid, and brother Kyle, as well as Nikatronis. Like I said, use the promo code in the description down below to get 15% off. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button, share, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section down below. You can follow me on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. Links to everything will be in the description down below. If you're liking the shirt that I'm wearing, yes, I'm wearing it. You can head over to tpublic.com and pick up my shirt with my logo on it. Support me, pretty please. And if you just want to throw a couple bucks my way, there's PayPal. Debating trying the whole Patreon thing again. I don't know. I barely have time to do videos, but I'll think of something cool for you guys. You guys. And girls. Boop, boop, boop. And boop your nose. This is S.L.B. and this has been my thoughts on a third-party panel from TFCon Baltimore 2021. And this is S.L.B. saying, did you know that your phone can autocorrect to anti-establishmentarianism? Now you do.